Hello, good people of God, and welcome back to our channel. Last time in our last video, we talked about the true identity of God. We told you that God is the spirit that dwells within you, within every human being. But now today we want to talk about something else. This is about the story of human creation. Where did we come from? Who created humanity? Is it God the Spirit within us? Or there was any other God that had been given the mandate and the task of creating we the human being? Where do this story of creation begin from? Is the Bible, the Quran, and all these others the only books of creation that ever existed on this land? Please walk with me this journey as we understand our real origin in the story of human creation.
In the beginning, there was God alone, without an expression. And then he exploded, or that God, it exploded forth to experience itself to the lowest density. He had to embody himself inside the creation so that he can experience from the lowest density and dimension to the highest through his creation. That's why there is spirit of God in animals and animals. There is spirit of God in humans. There is consciousness of God in plants. There's consciousness of God in non-living things. Everything is God experiencing himself. Every little kind of creation is God.
Now let's talk about the story of creation. In the previous video, you said the story of creation is not what the Bible has told us. Please, just explain to us or tell us what is this story of creation that we should now know.
Actually, the story of creation has been hidden to humanity for so long, and half of the truth has never been told. Even before this Old Testament, which was the Torah, there are 300 separate stories of creation which predate the Bible.
Okay.
Which came earlier,
before the Bible.
Hundreds of thousands of years earlier than the Bible.
Okay.
We have stories of creation. We have the Sumerian story of creation, Mayan stories of creation, the Chinese story of creation. We have the Indian stories of creation. We have even ours, which mostly is from Nigeria, the ancient story of creation. There are over 300 ancient stories of creation, and they go hand in hand with the story of the creation in the Bible.
Okay.
The same way, how the gods came, how they created. If you do research on the older texts, and these older texts, they were not only texts, there were scrolls and clay tablets, and you will discover that the book of Genesis has got 4 different creation stories put together.
Okay.
It's like Genesis has been written by 4 people. Okay. Because the Bible, the Old Testament, has copied from different ancient texts and placed. And if you check in deeply, you will realize that the characters have been changed. The story is the same. Even in the Babylonian creation story of Enuma Elish, the same. It has the same story, different gods, different characters. The Bible, same story, different creators, different characters. So half of the truth has never been told. And actually, if you go to the ancient stories, they did not talk of God, the infinite creator, the source.
Okay.
They talked the gods of those who walked, the gods who walked among our forefathers.
Okay.
There were beings who came here. In the Bible, it talks about Elohim, mentioning like Elohim is a being. But if you go to the stories which existed hundreds of thousands of years before the Bible, yes, it talks about the council of Elohim. This story of creation, it has 2 parts, pre-flood and post-flood. because these stories, they have the story of Elohim and another entity which was called Beno Elohim.
Okay.
So there were two groups of Elohims. The truth which the Bible does not tell humanity is about the Elohim. And immediately you will ask, when they say, let us make man in our own image, what does God, the infinite creator, mean by saying, let us? And they will always say this, it was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. When Adam and Eve
Yes.
ate of the tree of knowledge, this is what God said. Now that man has partaken of the tree of knowledge and has become like one of us, let us prevent him from partaking of the tree of life, so that he may live forever. If you ask them, who are these us, who do not want humanity to become like them, who do not want humanity to live forever? Who are these us who are preventing humanity eternity? When they say, let us go down, and confuse the language, who are these us who went down and confused humanity because of unity, because of speaking in one language, who didn't want human to speak in one language and scattered them? Who are these us? They will never tell you. Any church people, you tell them, who is this? Who are these us? Is it the Son, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit who did not want humanity to be like them or to live forever?
Or to live in unity.
Is this the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit who scattered the humanity because they spoke in one language and they could do greater things by becoming one? Adam and Eve were asked not to partake of the tree of knowledge, because what they were asked not to partake of was not just an apple. They were asked not to partake the tree of knowledge, and immediately the serpent came and told Eve that immediately you partake of the tree of knowledge, you shall be like gods. This is what is the serpent clearly told Eve. If you partake of this tree of knowledge, you shall become like gods. It seems like the God of Genesis feared. And it was true what the serpent said. It is portrayed where he said, now that man has partaken of the tree of knowledge and has become like us, let us prevent him from partaking from the tree of life, that he might live forever. Unaona, is this a benevolent and magnificent God? The Bible does not tell us the truth. It hides that Elohim is not an individual. Elohim, they are a collective of beings,
Okay.
who came here. And when they came here and said, let us make man in our own image, there was creation in this planet. There was life in this planet.
Should we also understand that Elohim created human beings?
Actually, the Elohims are said to be master genetists
Okay.
from sixth density. There was a primate which existed in this planet. There was a primate form of
that existed.
When they came here, they came and advanced the DNA.
This primate that existed was of whose creation?
Was of the one infinite creator God. When they came here, they just advanced the DNA of the primate and brought forth the Homo sapiens sapien, which is us, the upright man. And these stories, you will find them in the ancient histories of creation, which predates the Bible by hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. One of the story of creation says that they said this, let us create a being out of these creatures so that they could be serving us as their gods. This is the ancient text, what they say. They were creating servants who can serve. It says to serve us with our daily foods and our needs. Elohim were the powerful ones. This is the descriptions of the word Elohim. That's why I say Elohim is not singular. The ancient description of Elohim is the powerful ones, those who from heaven came. Like the Sumerian story, it talks about Enki and Enlil from their father.
Who are those?
Anu. They are what we call the Elohims. And their planet, and the leader of the planet was called Anu.
Okay.
Who had two sons, and these two sons were Enlil and Enki.
Okay.
Enlil was the one which we call Yahweh is the one who was called Enlil. The one who was called Enki is the one who is referred as the Lord in the Bible.
Okay.
But the Bible brought them together. The one who told, after they created that upright man, the one who told humanity that you shall not partake of the tree of knowledge was Enlil, who was Yahweh. And the one who told humanity that if you partake, you shall become like God was Enki, who was the Lord. Enlil and Enki were from one father. They were brothers, and they were fighting over this rulership of this planet.
And they were creatures of now God the infinite
Creator. That's why I say this Yahweh, Jehovah, Elohim, what and what, themselves, they are on this one path of journeying back to God.
God the infinite creator had created them and had given them the powers, the mandate to rule this world, but had not appointed who would be the ruler amongst them.
Actually, there are some hierarchies people don't know, and this is what religion is hiding.
Okay.
There are hierarchies. There are beings who are caretakers of these solar systems.
Okay.
They were called the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki were the Elohims. The one infinite creator is not the one who is terraforming planets. There are beings who terraforms planets. There are beings who seeds consciousness or life into planets. There are beings who updates DNA in planets. And whatever they are doing, terraforming, seeding, they are doing through the source, which is the one infinite creator. These are hierarchies which are hidden in religion. One infinite creator, the reason why God said, I have given you dominion and powers, and we never understand, is because humanity is still in slumber.
Is God happy with the fact that they have made themselves to be worshipped instead of this same God?
Let me tell you one thing. God is not happy, is not angry. God is just is.
Okay. No.
Do not put any attribute to God. God is just is, and God is experiencing himself.
Okay.
Through whatever is happening.
Okay.
And through whatever is happening, it glorifies him.
Okay.
Because no matter how crazy a situation is, out of that crazy situations, it helps another side to evolve.
Sure.
So there is glory in everything. The reason why humanity are worshipping the Yahwehs is because immediately the Anunnaki were given the caretakership of our solar systems. They depolarized to the negative side. It's about control, about service to self.
Okay.
And the more we are worshipping them, the more we are feeding energy to them.
Okay.
This is the secret. It's like immediately you run around someone and make him your president, he becomes powerful because you are focusing all your energies on him. He becomes powerful, either you like it or not. That is how powerful humanity is.
Okay.
If humanity come together and focus their energy in one place, they can do anything.
Why is it that now that the writers of the Bible refuse to tell us the truth according to what you're telling me?
Because this race in this planet, this is an angelic race. Humanity, we are an angelic race. Immediately we awaken to our purpose. Immediately we awaken to who we are. We will become a powerful race in this galaxy. We are angelic beings, humans. That's why many attention has been focused to us by different entities.
Okay.
And those negative entities, they are using these forms of controls which we see in governments, in religion, to oppress humanity, to put humanity into fear. Religion is just feeding fear to humanity. It's not portraying one infinite creator to be something grander and magnificent.
Okay.
That grandness of God, we never experience it because we have been suppressed by the fear and the controls which have been put on humanity. And these things have been put here so that we never awaken to who we are. We are magnificent beings. Problem with religions is that it hides a lot of things. Let me give you an example of the Bible. There are books which were removed from the Bible. The Apocrypha, the Gnostic texts. If you read this Gnostic text, you will be surprised. You will know the truth. These were the books which were removed.
Who removed them?
They were removed by the Council of Nicaea, which were when they were compiling the Bible. They were removed by man. This is the grand secret. For Christianity to be accepted in Europe as a religion, they had to integrate their pagan teachings to go with Christian religion. There was an agreement. If you want Christianity to be embraced here, we have to go through what is in the Bible to remove what is we don't want and include what is ours of pagan teachings in the Bible. And it's included there. The things of Easter, Christmas, and this and that. All are pagan celebrations. They were integrated in the Christianity.
Jesus was not born on 25th of December.
Jesus was born on April. If you really follow the cycles of astrology. If you want to know the real story, like the Old Testament, if you want to read this real story, I will urge them to go and read the Apocalypse of Adam or the Revelations of Adam to his son Seth. And this is what he said to his son Seth. My son Seth, me and your mom, Eve, were created by the one infinite creator. And we were full of magnificence. And then came forth these gods and removed all the magnificence in us. There is another Apocrypha text, the Gospel of Judas. Our next video we will discuss on this text, and I will read to one by one all the texts. The Gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Mary Magdalene, Gospel of Barnabas, all days of Solomon, the 3rd Corinthians, the infancy Gospel of Thomas, the secret Gospel of John, the secret Gospel of Luke. Those which I have knowledge of, 38 books. So for now, I will urge people to go and read this Apocalypse of Adam and the Gospel of Judas. These are thought-provoking because they will open your eyes. In the Gospel of Judas, Jesus was laughing to the disciples when they were doing their religious ceremonies, praising the God. And the disciples were astonished and they were wondering, and they asked him, Lord, why are you laughing at us? And Jesus said, I'm just laughing because whatever you are doing is okay because it pleases your God. And they asked him, is the God we are worshiping not your Father? And Jesus told them this, no one among you knows my Father. No one in your generation will know my Father. And if there's anyone among you who knows where I cometh from, stand up and tell me. And rose up Judas, and he said, I know where you come from. And he told him, you come forth from a place called Babylon. Immediately he was told that Jesus told Judas, come and I tell you the deepest secret. And
This is the same Judas who, in the Bible,
exactly the
betrayed
reason
him.
why the Bible paints Judas as a bad guy and Mary Magdalene as a prostitute is because Mary Magdalene and Judas were the greatest and the closest disciples of Jesus, and they knew the greatest secrets of all things hidden about Jesus. Because Jesus, after he took Judas from the crowd of those 12 disciples, he told him the truth of who created this planet. That's why I tell people, go and read the Gospel of Judas. You will be surprised. Jesus clearly said, those whom we call God, who came and created and who we worship, who they really are. Jesus clearly tells Judas the whole story. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, the other disciples were complaining why they should pass through Mary Magdalene in order to see Jesus. To talk to Jesus, they had to pass through Mary Magdalene. And Mary Magdalene has been removed from the group of the disciples of Jesus. And they were wondering, why was Mary Magdalene close to Jesus to an extent that Jesus will always kiss Mary Magdalene on her mouth? It is clear, it is written. The grander truth is that Jesus was married. This is the truth which has been hidden. Jesus was married, and they brought forth 2 daughters. Jesus had 2 daughters. There is history of Jesus in France and Mary Magdalene. This is what we call the Essenes. The Essenes in France is a root.
In short, when you want to put it in our Kenyan perspective, tunasema Mary Magdalene alikuwa demu wa Yesu.
Hakuwa demu wa Yesu, alikuwa bibi wa Yesu. Na alipoondoka, they resettled in France. There is a lot which has been removed from the Bible, a lot which has been hidden, like the lost years of Jesus, because Jesus was 12 years, then he came back to be 30 years. The lost years of Jesus, where were they? The lost years of Jesus. Jesus was in the Far East. He was with the Buddhists. That's why when you go to in the history of Buddhism, there is a place where they have honored that person who walked among them and who came from the land of Judea.
Thank you very much. We will meet again in our next video. Then may God bless you wherever you are. May you have a peaceful coexistence with other human beings. Please spread the love. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, I urge you to please subscribe. Just go down there, hit the subscription button, and don't forget to also press the notification bell. Share the video if you find it helpful and educative to you. Share so that the whole world could know these secrets, and so that the whole world could know who the real God is. Thank you so much, and let's meet in the next video.
God bless you all.
Thank you.